Well, so much has degenerated in our culture in terms of gender issues since the Democrats could last rely on the votes of especially working class men, and men of color, especially African American men who are fleeing the Democratic Party now.
You know I'm on her ass. When I look at social media these days, it's like I'm seeing just the blatant deception. And like I said, a lot of y'all like being deceived. And y'all steady following this solid bald head heifer trying to find a man.
Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life.
Oprah got her up here. Oprah done gave her a show to help y'all find a man. A man she ain't even found yet. The latest disappointment was, I just had to turn around for a second. I was like, I know damn well they ain't booked Kendra G down there to the Invest Fest, okay? She came down there. You could have easily just tilted her wig. It would have came off her head. You would have been able to see your face in her head like Mr. Clean. They booked her down there to hold a singles, I guess, fest. And what happened at the fest? Everybody showed up. But one important part of the fest.
Okay, so boom. I'm outside the Kendra G Singles Lounge waiting for it to get popping. I thought there was going to be a line. It's just me. Okay, people are showing up.
So I went to Invest Fest single, successful, and open to meet somebody. But what was not on my bingo card was to end up on stage with Kendra G. So let me explain. It was my first Invest Fest, and I went to the singles event thinking, okay, maybe I'll meet my husband in this room. But woman after woman got on stage saying the same thing. He needs to make $250,000. He needs to make $1 million. And finally I thought to myself, is this real? So when Kendra G opened the floor, I asked, did y'all bring these women up here to rage bait us?
Kendra G hired to host a singles lounge at InvestFest in Atlanta this week, okay? And everybody showed up but the main important part of the InvestFest, okay? And so if you look at the InvestFest 2026 singles lounge, what is missing? Let's find where's Waldo. One Waldo, two Waldos, and what I mean by Waldos, I mean men. Where are the men?
You can meet the love of your life at InvestFest. Oh,
that's where you got it. That's the
we for the love of Hitmaker at InvestFest this year, 2026.
Let's do it. Kendra G, I'm gonna get Kendra G involved.
That's tough.
we gotta get you a nice chartered accountant. Yes. A nice chartered accountant.
Please, man. I'm ready.
AKA.
Take me out the streets, babe. Where's she at? I'm trying to get out the streets. Take me out, baby. We hope you watching right now.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave 5.0.
With the political climate, things that are happening worldwide, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us.
What would you say is one issue impacting Black communities that deserves more national attention?
Well, an issue that's already getting national attention is just the affordability crisis that people are facing, from Black businesses that are struggling to women who've been laid off across this country.
So it is indicative that we all bound together, tighten up like a fist, and strike a mighty blow against everything that's fighting to stop us, man.
It's nothing but good, positive people, good, positive energy with one goal in mind, and that is to make money, get the hell out the Matrix, and enjoy your life. You dig?
If you weren't aware, the Earn Your Leisure podcast decided this year to add Kendra G and her singles dating event as a headliner to the 2026 InvestFest. It's billed Ambition Attracts Ambition. InvestFest launches inaugural singles lounge. But the question to be asked, of course, is Why is it so difficult to get a large number of men to show up in a situation where there are ample women? And well, that's just a sign of the times, I guess.
You don't know if they're going to take advantage of you, if they're going to leave you, and a lot of people have abandonment issues. They do.
And they don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you, so they're just wasting your time.
That's fear. That is fear.
That's selfishness.
That is selfishness. Dr. Alicia and I go back and forth on this topic. Because all of that, because
I know she butterflies and rainbows. And I love it.
Lovely and wonderful. No, these little jokers are weirdos, scammers,
and
narcissists.
Okay.
They prey on women. No, because we're gonna stop. They just fear. No, these Negroes is weird.
They just lie.
Of course, there is a place that will have the opposite quote-unquote problem that the InvestFest Singles Lounge had. There will be plenty of men at the Manosphere Conclave. You can see the address there. And this gentleman here is one of the reasons why. There are many men that have gotten very wealthy because of the instruction of this gentleman, Theo Waff. Those men had to work hard. They had to put in the work, but he understands the path that men are willing to travel to go from being a regular man to a high value one. And of course, where men go, women are going to follow. But the better question to be asked is, why is it in a place where many young ladies are congregating in Atlanta that men are not showing up? And that takes us right back to the Democratic Party.
But say I were advising them, you'd have to unroll like 2 decades of the liberal war on masculinity.
Okay, name one thing that I said that indicates I hate a woman.
You want to believe that a woman has to have a man, or a woman needs a man, or a woman wouldn't be here without a man. Hello?
Right. And you're saying that women need to obey you.
Yeah.
Obey? Like the word obey is just
you want a woman to serve you.
Do you obey your father?
No.
If there's something that my dad doesn't do, I'm gonna go out of my way to not do it. What the hell? I'm not just like, like my dad says do something, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. No. If there's something that I don't want to do, I'm not gonna do it because I'm my
What is wrong with you guys?
What is wrong with you?
And this, was a version of feminism that I had no responsibility for. It followed the third wave, but it basically criminalized men for being masculine.
You're goofy. You're goofy. Yeah, you're goofy.
Say a loud and proud for the
You're a goofy. He's a goofy. What's your name?
That's gonna go viral.
What's your name?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna see the clip.
I don't care. You're a goofy, like I said.
Okay. I don't think I need to talk to you guys anymore, so you guys can politely walk away.
Oh no, you can walk away.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well then we're not your women. We don't have to obey you. Thank you. Bye.
You guys obeyed when I asked you a question.
No, the fuck we didn't. Obeying is you asked us the question. The term obey.
Keep talking.
The term obey.
Keep talking.
It invented terms like toxic masculinity. It demonized the male gaze, even if they're not doing anything but looking appreciatively.
I think we need to stop demonizing and start celebrating young men's horniness. It makes them better men. It makes them want to shower. It makes them want to have an economic plan. It makes them want to have girlfriends so they can figure out a way to behave around other women. It makes you kinder. 99% of history, 99% of men have been involuntarily celibate for 99% of the time. There are a few men that wouldn't rather be doing something else more right now than having sex. And it's a motivator for us to be better men.
What in the diet manosphere red pill nonsense is going on, bitch? This shit is fucking stupid. People are like, oh, God is really helping men. This is diet manosphere shit, bitch. This is like if you went to McDonald's and ordered you a damn 10-piece chicken McNugget with a large fry, and you're like, oh, let me get a Diet Coke at the end because I'm trying to be healthy. Shut the fuck up.
It fetishized, it demonized marriage. It demonized men's protective role and capability.
When you guys go to date, do you guys want a traditional man?
Yes. I want a traditional man. I want him to take care of me, lead me, and guide me. But I also want him to have the capacity where I can do the same. But
are you a traditional woman?
I'm not a traditional woman.
So why should you deserve a traditional man?
Because that's just the society that we live in.
I'm a traditional woman.
Okay.
I don't mind. I feel like I'm an equally person. I feel like traditionality is just what you make it. It's like
it bombarded and propagandized young women in a way that, as a feminist, I find horribly, misogynist.
What's the best thing about a black man? Wait, why y'all laughing? Y'all know y'all daddy's paying y'all tuition.
just black men on top.
Black men on top.
Black dads really deserve credit. Yeah.
Okay. Why do a lot of black women think they don't need men today?
Because you don't really need men.
With movies and songs and ads proposing that marriage is a trap and babies are a drag, and you will never have fun again if you have a nuclear family. And
most of the people that I know that's gotten married are divorced now.
And so really that's an indictment of the institution.
Yeah. I think marriage is legalized slavery.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Say more, because if I'm thinking about slavery and I'm thinking about marriage, there are two different images that come into my head.
Not.
It's really bad. And so I don't think the Democrats, as they're currently constituted, except for a handful, know how to talk to men because they've spent 20 years demonizing masculinity.
When was the last time we held men to a beauty standard or a trend?
Have we ever held them to a beauty standard?
I feel like maybe we did in the past. I always think of like the men in wigs and makeup and high heels and matching sets from the 1600s. Like people expected men to look manicured. Imagine a man in the 50s like showing up somewhere in some cargo shorts. I mean, they wouldn't even know what those are.
Right.
They would be like, "Sir, are you a plumber?" Men used to wear long pants, socks, shoes. Like, I don't understand what happened. Now I got to see men's feet everywhere I go. They're wearing flip-flops.
And a lot of men who are left in those weird little bubbles have bought into that and are full of self-hatred.
When have I ever gained kids, pregnancy, any type of thing? That's action. That ain't no clip. That's in real time. A kid to me, 14, 15, 16, whatever the fuck, see me walking outside of public in a dress and you like, oh, that shit fat. That's not cool. That's not okay. Listen, you way out of your league, son.
And a sort of a rage too. Could that be, I mean, this is me thinking it, but a rage of these women that they know that these men are not interested in them. It's sexually.
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool. Not like I care.
I have a beautiful relative. She's 26 and she's on the left and she, does like ballot distributions and so on and, voter registration. And she wears makeup and she's just a beautiful girl and a feminine girl traditionally and young lady. And she reports the venom with which, kind of blue-haired peers say to her, "Why are you trying to look pretty?"
Straight men should go back to being men so many women can stop being gay.
Wait, what?
I think straight men should go back to being men, so therefore so many women can stop becoming gay due to the lack of men being men.
100% agree.
Thank you.
I don't understand.
In our generation, people might have thought that, but you wouldn't actually say it like it's a political choice that is nefarious to want to be attractive, especially attractive to men. But that is an ideology now on the left. How dare you?
Okay, let's break it down. We're in a world now where straight men are doing a lot of feminine things. As the women say, they're being sassy.
They're being sassy boys.
Yes, which is making women decide they don't want to date them anymore, so they're becoming gay, but they're not really gay. They're just doing it because dating men also feel like you're dating a lesbian.
Again, lots of propaganda went into making young women, it's one thing to have acceptance of your body, that is healthy. It's quite another to glorify obesity or to glorify, ill health, glorify, tattoos all over your face and piercings, things that are just going to limit your options in the, reproductive pool.
Those tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How many tattoos do you have?
7.
Ashley, 30, Gemini. You said you have a kid. You have one kid?
I have 3 boys.
3 boys. How old are your 3 boys?
9, 8, and 2.
All by the same man?
No, I have 2 baby brothers.
Why you not with the 2-year-old dad?
I didn't even know I was pregnant until I was 4 months. So essentially we met on Hinge. He matched with me. We met that same night. So
how I got pregnant is, you know, when you connect with somebody, you with them, we were together like nonstop for 2 weeks. I end up finding out, like hot and heavy.
But that's what's happened to these poor young women, you know, in addition to horrible problems with birth control, which is much more disruptive than it used to be in our generation. But leaving that aside,
which disturbs their fertility and ensures that they won't do the thing that, you know, most women just evolutionarily have found to be the most rewarding.
Yeah.
U.S. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has revealed she is freezing her eggs, and she is not ruling out the possibility of running for president. The 36-year-old New York Democrat has started sharing the egg freezing process on social media, answering questions about costs, clinical procedures, and how fertility care works under what she calls the U.S.'s broken medical system.
All of these men, oftentimes, who are saying, oh, if you haven't had a kid by 30, like, you're done. It's just not supported.
I think there must be rage because all the things were programmed deeply to want. You know, I want a baby. I want to nurse a baby. I want an orgasm. You know, I want a family. I want love. I want protection. You're not allowed to want those things from men anymore on the left.
You're not allowed to want those things from men anymore on the left.
Saying it's misogynistic to agree with a trans woman on what it means to be a woman, and then in your defense of that talking point, saying things like they don't know what periods feel like or they don't know what childbirth feels like, is really fucking stupid and embarrassing for multiple reasons. Overarching though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically though, it's also misogynistic. Reducing womanhood down to your uterus and what it does is quite literally a pillar in misogyny. That is quite literally a tenet of patriarchy. Reducing women down to being able to have periods and create babies is a huge misogynistic talking point. Weaponizing it to discredit and invalidate trans women also makes you a transphobe. Believing in feminism unless trans women are included makes you a TERF. TERF stands for Trans Exclusive Radical Feminist. J.K. Rowling, ever heard of her? That's what she is. And that's what you sound like when you say shit like that.
I was listening to pop music and there's so many love songs sung by men, almost no love songs sung by women. They're all like, I'm fine by myself. F you, you know, I don't need you. I give myself flowers. I mean, when women are having good sex, you know, having orgasms, they're more confident, they're more risk-taking, they have more dopamine in their brains. You know, when they have babies, they have more oxytocin, which is calming. I mean, it's, you know, real hormonal benefits from sex and babies. And you know, when they're touched, women need touch differently than men do. You know, if they're not hugged and stroked, they kind of go crazy. I'm sorry. It's, you know, there's studies that I cite. I mean, it's an overstatement to say they go crazy, but they need hugging and caressing in a different way than men do.
Well, that would explain a lot of, I mean, none of that is happening really to these women. They're going out of their way to push away and be hostile to men who provide all of that.
Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Cause basketball courts in the summer got girls there.
If you're Gen X, you could probably sing this song with your eyes closed darn near. Back in Philly, we'd be out at the park, a place called the Plateaus where everybody go. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Hunking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around to see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. Later, Will Smith goes on to reference the girls and guys banter again. School is out and it's sort of a buzz. Back then, I really didn't know what it was, but now I see what have of this, the way people responded to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less, and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. And later, yet another reference to the banter between young ladies and men because of the aphrodisiac that summer is. It's late in the day and I ain't been on the court yet. Hustle to the mall to get me a short set. Yeah, I got on sneaks, but I need a new pair because basketball courts in the summer got girls there. Now, what happened between the 90s and today where there could be an event like this where they're obviously trying to appeal to men to come to the event openly, and not having enough men there. Now, I wasn't there, and I'm not going to criticize InvestFest because I think it's good in any capacity that black people are getting together to try and further our financial well-being. But still, it remains to be said that if you look at the ratios in the picture, there were far more young ladies there than were young men there. Why would the young men not go to these events? I mean, it's very simple. We're male mammals, they are female mammals, and there are times when we enjoy being close to each other. We are stimulated by each other's touch. That's just biology. So something happened between the making of Summertime and today to where these kind of events are appealing for men. And if you take a trip to the Conclave in Las Vegas in a month, there are going to be women buying those $15 tickets to sit in the back trying to be in proximity of the men. Now, we can have a conversation about who the prize is or who isn't the prize, but I think it's pretty obvious by now who the prize is. But I think the better question is, why have men changed behavior? In a previous life of mine, if the question, are there going to be any girls there, were followed with an enthusiastic, yes, you need to dress to impress, then magically polo shirts found their way from hanging in the closet to the ironing board along with starch, and magically we found some colognes to pair with these shirts, and even some midday showers, and making sure we polished some shoes because that was the thing to do. That behavior of dressing to impress because we're going to be around girls was what we did. And something has happened in the last 30 years to where whatever is going on now, it is different from that. If you had said anything close to InvestFest, where there would be maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 women to one guy there at that particular event, guys would have crowded that event to the point where they would have charged men more money than the women. But what's happened now, obviously, is that they're pleading for men to come. These days, the popular thing to do is to point the finger at men and say there's something wrong with them, and say that the young ladies are basically perfect and that men just have lost their ability to function, or that there's some kind of male loneliness epidemic, when all we had to do is hear, are there girls there? And stuff got ironed and we were on our way. And so when that stops happening, a question has to be had not just about men and women, but about the environment. One that I think in the next month or two, Democrats are going to have to answer for. Because quite simply put, there's a reason why men continue to hide inside. And there's a reason why summertime is no longer the aphrodisiac that it used to be. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.